There's really no reason why I should lose any units. So I'm just kind of holding them off. I like to stay in at under 50 food as long as I can. When I get like 48, 50 food, as you can see, I'm making my knight's life upgrade. I think I start getting flat cannon upgrade after I get about 2 more gyros at 50 food. So just try and lose as little gold to upkeep as you can. Obviously, you're getting dangerous when you're staying in no upkeep so long that the army you have can't fend him off if he attacks. So yeah, I'm just trying to manage my economy a little bit. Once again, I'm just trying not to lose anything, pick off what I can. Sometimes I end up speed building my workshop. I didn't this game once again because I know he's going to get much later destroyers, so I'm not concerned about it. Yeah, I'm just gonna creep a little bit here. There's not much left to creep. There's my bottom left pocket and this merchant here. This is the mercenary camp. Sorry. So I go and creep the mercenary camp. Heal your weak knights, heal your weak units via staff, pass it between the heroes. It loses its cooldown. I get about 12 gyros until I kind of see what they're going otherwise, whether they plan to mass destroyer or they plan to go something else. So 12 gyros holds off about 3 to 4 destroyers. Depending on how well they micro and whether or not they absorb mana and stuff. But the brilliant thing about this strategy is that you just match them and you beat them by not losing units via staff, via healing, and just by countering them. I mean, gyros and dragonhawks are great scouts. As you can see, I'm scouting with a gyro right now. I'm scouting his expansion, make sure he's not expanding, scouting his town, seeing if maybe he's, I don't know, making frost worms or a second slaughterhouse or even a second crypt. Just looking for anything out of the normal. I'm just pumping knights. Seems like he's sticking with a lot of fiends. I figure he might get a couple of destroyers, but I'm not too concerned about it. And so yeah, that's the whole strength of this strategy, is just scout and counter, scout and counter. If he gets a lot of A-bombs, I'll get some griffins. If he gets a lot of fiends, I'll get a lot of knights. If he gets a lot of destroyers or a lot of air, I'll get a lot of gyros and dragonhawks. It just really works out. I think it's totally a brilliant way to play. And having tri-hero is so much nicer versus Undead. I know there's not much else to creep. I know he's probably creeping that bottom right creep, but I'm a little late to creep jack him or anything. Might have been better to go and maybe kill his shop and kill his ziggurat, but I'm kind of eager to engage him since there's not much else for me to do. I know he's going to be right about here, and sure enough, I see his destroyer. I see his statue heading there, so I get kind of prepared for a battle. I think I ended up casting a couple water elementals and stuff, just getting ready for him. When I see him absorb mana like that, I kind of back off. You let his mana waste away a little bit. You know, it degenerates pretty quickly. It's probably not going to make that big of a difference, but try and get what I can. Cast as many water elementals as I can. First thing I do is focus fire the gyros on the destroyers, make sure that they're doing their jobs. He goes immediately for the AM. A lot of Undead will do this, especially if you don't have an expansion. They're trying to get you to spend your gold on items instead of units. I kind of do a bad TP here. What I should have done is gone to the right where my units were instead of gone to the left where his units weren't. And because of this, I lost a couple of gyros, or 4 gyros, I don't know, 3 or 4 gyros in a night. And which, in my opinion, I even got pretty lucky there. I'm pretty lucky my MK didn't get stuck there, and the whole game could have been lost there because of a bad TP. I rebuy my TP because he seems to be pretty bent on focus firing on my hero, and also I just don't like being without a TP on versus Undead, especially with this strategy. I mean, I feel pretty safe if I have a TP on my Archmage, a staff on it, and a level 2 Pally, because I know Pally can Divine Shield, Archmage can TP, and I can staff my MK or Holy Latum or whatever. Even though it doesn't seem like he's making destroyers right now, I'm still sticking with some gyros because, hey, statues can turn into destroyers at any time. I mean, don't you just love statues? You know, AoE priests that with Brilliance Aura that turn into Magic Immune, anti-spellcaster griffins. Good job, Blizzard. No, I'm just teasing. But I see he's at my base, and if you guys are wondering, oh, do you TP, do you not TP in this situation? He's not, I would probably TP if he was going for my peasants, but he's just attacking buildings right now, so I don't really care, so I just decide I'll walk it. It's not worth the TP. Short map, I'm not very far away. Cast as many water elementals as I can. Call to arms, get ready for the battle. I do see he has a TP, so I'm not bent on killing his DK right now. I see you kind of get an instinct for I don't know the exact cooldown in seconds, but you kind of get an instinct for, I think it's probably about 15 seconds or something, but you kind of get an instinct for how long it takes before they can do another coil. I figured he was about to coil then, so I decided TP. I got his Crypt Lord surrounded by militia, so I bolt that, kill it. I almost lose my Archmage again there by rushing him out, you know. And but Holy Lighted him, saved him there. So right now I'm in a pretty okay position. I killed quite a few things, and I'm not in a bad position. I didn't lose much. I got his hero. Neither of us have an expo. I think I get a scout with a gyro again right now. As I already mentioned, gyros have true seeing, so they can see burrowed fiends and shades and things, so you don't have to worry about those. It makes it quite a bit easier. Probably what I should be doing right now is I should creep the bottom left thing with my MK and my Pala and buy my TP from my Goblin Merchant and not speed build my shop. But I don't know. You know, sometimes you just make these decisions without thinking about it. Yeah, I am scattering my gyro right now, just kind of seeing what's up. I thought about retraining right now. You know, Blizz is awfully great versus fiends, highly dense units, especially ranged ones. But I decided he doesn't seem to be making destroyers, and I do have gyros, and I'm making more, so I am prepared if he decides to switch to destroyers at any moment. So no, I'm not. I decided to stick with water elementals because hey, 3 water elementals is like, you know, 3 or 4 more rifles. And yeah, so I'm just kind of hanging out here. I'm moving around. Looks like he just got his hero out, so he'll probably come and engage me. And when I see that he has A-bombs, I thought about making griffins, but with fiends, if he micros correctly, he could just easily just web and kill the griffins immediately, so I'd rather spend that kind of cash on knights, something less killable. I go mainly armor upgrades with knights because I'm more worried about saving units than I am killing units, really, especially with Staff of Sanctuary and stuff. Besides, knights already do plenty of damage to fiends. I think I actually tried to bolt the Crypt Lord there, but missed. But it's alright. I don't mind killing a fiend. Situations like this are great. If you can keep doing hit and runs and just kill units without losing anything, you know, pick off a fiend, A-bomb, whatever, just keep doing it. As long as he doesn't have an expo and you don't have an expo, it's a huge way to get an advantage. I mean, that's kind of the great thing about the strategy is that you're not losing units and he is. And even without an expo, you're getting a huge advantage that way. It might even be worth it not to have many of my gyros with me now, maybe 1 or 2 in case of burrow, but you know, in some ways I'm kind of allowing him to get a little EXP, but I don't know. I guess when he's webbing gyros, he's not attacking, so that's a pretty good thing. I'm just trying to staff things out, trying to not lose anything, trying to pick things off if I can. I certainly don't like hanging out in undead bases too long, because man, it can come back to hit you. I like to keep my Pala as the last one back, especially if my Divine Shield cooldown is almost ready or is ready, because I know even if Focus Fires on him, I can Divine Shield him and my Archmage can staff him. So I just staffed my MK and just walked off. Well, I'm just making more knights. He seems to be keeping with fiends, so I'll keep with the counter, which is knights. Not really too worried about A-bombs, because knights kind of match A-bombs, so knights in a way are a counter to abominations too. It seems like I Yeah, it looks like I upgraded my knights 2 more times. One on damage, another on armor. Got 9 armor now, 35% reduce. I got a couple of knights in healing right now, which kind of sucks. But I just call the arms. You know, always in your base. There's no reason to not call the arms unless he has high AOE, like like level 3 shockwave or something. Then you just give him an EXP. Just trying to pick stuff off again. I see his DK doesn't have a TP. Gosh, I wish I would have bolted that right there. Oh, but it's alright. It works out anyway. As you can see, get another shot. One thing to take into account is how they're microing. Just pay attention to what they're doing. I've noticed that this game, when he's focused firing on a unit with his fiends, that his heroes and his abominations attack the same unit. So that probably means that they're all in the same hotkey. Which tells me that when he has a low hero like that, unless he remembers to take it out of the hotkey, if I can bait him to focus fire on something, I can probably get him to draw his hero back close enough, maybe into a bolt or a holy light. So you can kind of play those games with people. Just watch their micro, watch what they're doing, and pay attention. Got his DK, which is awesome. Just trying to bolt and tried to bolt and kill stuff for a little while there. Yeah, just hanging out, just healing stuff with Staff of Sanctuary. Scouting again with a gyro, just making sure he doesn't get an expo. I don't think he would expo in this situation. I think he knows he's disadvantaged. Wouldn't be a bad idea, especially not right now, for me to expand right now. I could easily get it up successfully, and maybe it would have been the better idea. But right now, I'm thinking just unit advantage, unit advantage, unit advantage. I'm not losing units.